guys, the static today is ridiculous, so please do not mind this hair of mine. It is trying to just function in this wind and this static, so yeah, I don't know what my hair is going to look like right now. But whatever. My hair always wants to do something crazy right when I record, but it will look cute all day, and I'm just so over at this point. So my hair is what my hair is. Today I just wanted to talk to you guys about dreams. And that's so weird to talk about or just to think about, but I feel like I've shared so much of my journey on this channel that when I do find something super beneficial and helpful, I like to share it with you guys so that you guys can be along with me on this journey. And if this message is meant for you, then it's also meant for you. If not, then not. But it's just something that I have taken the past 2 weeks to really figure out and to understand, and I've definitely done my studying, so I feel like it's time for me to make a video on it. I want to talk about dreams and minding your own business. So all this information is coming from quite a bit of different resources. I will list them all below, but I'm just going to give you my overview of what I have taken from what I've learned from this subject of your own business and finance and your dreams and manifesting them and just all of it tying together. So almost a year ago, I can't believe it's almost going to be a year ago, I left my personal training job. Life didn't want me to work there anymore. That's all I can really say about it. And I had this weird feeling that I wasn't meant to be there anymore. And it's not because I didn't love every single one of my clients. It's not because I didn't love the environment at the gym I was working at. It's not because I didn't like the job whatsoever. It's just I almost knew I was meant to do more. I was meant to discover more. I was meant to push myself further. And I just had the weirdest gut feeling that I was supposed to be doing my own thing, not someone else's. And I've always thought this way when it comes to working for people. I'm just like, no, I want to be working for myself. But how do you start working for yourself? So I'm sure I already mentioned this book once or twice before to you guys. It's called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And I thought it was a spiritual book because I found it on an Instagram that was a spiritual page, and the owner of that Instagram asked everyone to leave the books that changed their lives to this path of spirituality. And that book came up quite often, and it's a financial book. I was literally looking in the self-growth, self-help, spirituality section of the bookstore and could not find this book, and then I finally found it in the financial business section. I was like, what the heck? So I read this book literally in 2 days. Such a fascinating book. I highly, highly, highly recommend it if you have an entrepreneur mindset. Anyway, so this book talks about minding your own business, and I definitely thought it was going to just reference to not talking a lot, not gossiping a lot, keeping your business to yourself, but no, it's literally mind your own business when it comes to your finances. Like, you can work for someone, but as long as you're taking that money and putting it into your own business, then you're not doing life necessarily the correct way. I don't want to go too deep into the book because I'll be butchering a lot of it. If you're interested in that statement, then just read the book. But basically, he's a big teacher on entrepreneurs and how to make money and how to make stable money and how to make your money work for yourself, yada, yada, yada. And I'm super into finance right now. I'm fascinated by it, actually. And he just talks about how you really need to have your own business if you ever want to be on top of your money matters. And I've been saying this for decades. Actually, I've only been alive. I haven't been alive for 2 decades. I've been alive for 1 decade and almost a decade. But I've been saying this my whole entire life. Like, no, you can't work for people. You cannot. They screw you. And it's true. You're a slave to someone else's dream when you're building their dream. And that's exactly how I felt at my last gym. I loved the message it was giving. I loved the purpose. I loved everyone that was there, but it wasn't my dream. I felt like I was really selling myself short in this lifetime if I wasn't going to chase after my own dream. And someone asked me why did you quit? Like, why did you leave? You were literally going places there. You had so many clients. You're starting to make a lot of money. And my answer was just, I finally woke up and was brave enough to chase after my dream rather than trying to build someone else's. And that was before I read that book. And the person that I was talking to was just like, wow, like, that's amazing that you're able to admit that to yourself. And it's true. Like, don't sell yourself short in this lifetime. Make sure that you can at least say that whatever you want to do in this lifetime, you were able to give your full shot. If it didn't work out, it's still fine because it's going to lead you to a path of where it is meant to work out. And if it does work out, you are going to have a lifetime full of achievement. And I honestly believe to soothe your soul and to make your soul what it's supposed to be, you're supposed to chase after what your soul wants and what your soul says is your message to this universe. And that's why my heart breaks when I find all these people working for companies that they're not passionate about. I see these people that are working for businesses that they don't believe in, and you have to wonder why this world is so chaotic. And it's because everyone is just building someone else's dream and they don't have their own dream. They're in this autopilot slave mode, working to make someone else be able to take a million vacations and go golfing every day rather than doing it themselves and figuring out themselves. And I found so much more confidence in reading that book and being okay with chasing my own path and paving my own path. It's very scary, especially at 23. I'm like, I'm telling my family, like, no, I'm not going to work for anyone but myself. And they're like, okay, but what are you doing? And I'm just so confident in what I'm doing that I know it's going to work out. Like, I can be hungry, yes, but I will be so fulfilled in the long run rather than taking the easy way out in this lifetime. And once you read this book of what your paycheck does opposed to when you own your own corporation or business, it's amazing. Like, people that work at businesses or corporations or in an office setting or wherever you work, majority of the time you have to pay taxes before you even receive your check. Then you have to pay your bills, and then what's ever left over is what's meant for you to live off of. People with corporations, they get to pay themselves first, and that's a chapter in this book, Pay Yourself First. And it's, you literally are able to take the money that you need for yourself, and then with the money that's left over, you can pay taxes. That's why a lot of huge government or corporations and businesses, they donate a lot to charities and whatnot, because the less they have to pay to, Uncle Sam. So yeah, I also just got done watching this video yesterday on how big is your dream, what you want wants you. That's what captivated me in this video. And he was saying, you have to dream so big. A lot of people's dreams are to make $10,000 a month, to have this car, to have that house, to go on this kind of vacation, yada, yada, yada. And he was like, no, those are vehicles to get you through this lifetime. Dreams are Walt Disney. That is a dream that is continuing to stay alive even though he is gone. And those are the dreams you need to be chasing after. And it really got me thinking that even my dreams aren't big enough. And the bigger your dream is, the more magnetic power there is behind it to be pulling you in closer to it. And when you have a dream that big, you don't ever worry about the hows or the what ifs, because the vehicles to get you to that dream appear. And that could be the $10,000 a month. That could be your dream car. That's the vehicle to get you to your big dream. But always stay focused on your big dream. I'm going to link that video below because I probably totally butchered that whole entire video for you guys. But it was an amazing video. But that's basically the main thing I got from it, is having a dream so big. And it definitely made me reevaluate my dream and make it even bigger and focus on a huge dream rather than the dream I had for myself, because I truly wasn't dreaming big enough for myself. I wasn't giving myself enough credit to dream that big. And with the more knowledge you know, the bigger your dream can get. So your dream can continuously continue to get bigger, just as long as you stay on that mindset to achieve more than you could ever imagine. That's a dream. So I'll link the book and that video below, because those that book and that video and a few other things I've been researching have truly, truly, truly changed my whole perspective on dreams, business, being an entrepreneur, yada, yada, yada. And it's awesome. Whenever you are able to be given back that spark that you can do extraordinary things, it definitely boosts up your confidence again. It definitely gives you that spark of light. It definitely gives you that hope again. And everyone deserves to have that. And I honestly feel so terrible for the people that they don't believe in themselves. They don't listen to that little voice inside their head screaming ideas to them 24/7, screaming at them to take the opportunities that are presented to them because they're so scared of not being comfortable. Being comfortable is the worst thing you can do for yourself. Every single time you find yourself comfortable, you have to find a way to get yourself uncomfortable again, because you're not going to continue to grow. You're just going to stay there. And as I'm in this growth journey, because literally I feel like every week something new is popping into my life, a new opportunity is approaching me, anything really at all, you realize the beauty in being, you do realize the beauty of being uncomfortable. You're like, okay, so this is why I've had to be so uncomfortable for so many times, because it was preparing me for these exact moments. And if you're someone that watches my videos consistently, or if you're someone that is interested in this channel and you're part of this little community, I want you to know that I believe in you, and I want you to chase your dreams. I want you to have dreams bigger than you could even imagine. I want that for everyone, and I want you to believe in yourself. I don't know what your idea is. You guys can leave your guys' ideas in the comments, and I would be fascinated to hear them. But this world needs more people that want to chase their dreams and make their dreams reality. And not dreams of having a certain amount of followers or a big house or whatever it is that you think is going to make you feel valued. I'm talking about dreams that make things like Walt Disney. Like, he made Disneyland, he made Disney movies, he made people feel things. Your dreams have to make you feel emotion, and that's exactly what this video said. He said if your dream doesn't make you feel emotion, it doesn't make you feel passionate, it doesn't make you feel happy, if it doesn't make you feel anything, it's not a dream. A dream has to make your heart beat a little faster. Your dream has to make you feel a little bit alive again, if that makes sense. So I had to reflect on my dreams, and I know that my dreams were not even near. My dreams are big. My dreams are humongous, but they weren't that big as a legacy, and I guess that's something that you really should strive for, is to create a legacy. So I had to reevaluate my dreams and even take them to another level. I'm not going to state my dreams, but I have some pretty huge dreams. And I just want you guys to have them too. I want the world to have dreams. If we all had dreams, if we all had something to look forward to rather than the same every single day, and you get a raise once a year and you have 3-week vacation plan, like, the world could be such a more easygoing place because so many more souls would be fulfilled. I don't know if I'm even preaching to the right world sometimes. I just like to think that there's other people out in the world that are kind of like me, which is weird because on my channel, a related video on my little thing when I was watching one of my old videos, this YouTuber named Sara K came up on my channel, and I was actually watching The Bachelor last night, and if you know me, you can't get me to not watch The Bachelor or get my eyes off of the screen. That's just my guilty pleasure. I'm very aware. But I don't know why I was so intrigued by her channel, because it was to all the other lone wolves, and I am a lone wolf. I put the lone in the lone wolf. Chances are you're not going to find me with a group of people around me. You're always going to normally find me by myself. I want to do things by myself, yada, yada, yada. So whenever I see videos like that, I get a little excited because I just know that I'm not the only one. I know there's a lot of other loners in the world, and it's completely fine. So I was watching her video, and she's just a fascinating human. Like, that girl, woman, lady, whatever she likes to be called, I really love her vibe. And I love her vibe because she understands pain. And that's what she makes very known. She's young. I mean, we're both really young. We're both like in the same age category. But she was just talking about like how on her channel there are certain people telling her like, what do you think you know at her age, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, I may be young, but I know pain. And when people know pain, there's a lot of experience and knowledge there. And I just like, I wanted to like take that moment and take that statement and put it up in the sky for the world to hear. I don't think, I've always said this. I have always said this and thought this, but like the most hurt people are some of the most intelligent, inspirational, creative, amazing humans. And it's because they get the messages of life early on in life. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but like when bad things happen to you, and when really traumatizing bad things happen in your life, you have to walk yourself out of hell. And when you walk yourself out of hell, oh, hello. Are you just not going to say hello to your mom? What are you doing? What are you doing here, bud? Okay, goodbye. No, I can't have you in here, actually. I just want you to say hi, but you gotta leave, okay? You're too loud in all my videos. And that's honestly why I feel like I don't get a lot of people in this world when they haven't experienced a lot of hurt, when they haven't experienced a lot of pain, when they haven't had a lot of life experience. I just don't vibe because we're on two different realities. You're just on two different completely realities, and there's nothing wrong with being on two different realities. It's just our vibe isn't gonna match. What you want to talk about and what your problems are not my problems, and I don't want to talk about them. Like when people's biggest problem is they can't find an outfit for this certain event, I'm just like, oh wow. Like I can't. I remember one time on Snapchat, I was like invited to this like Snapchat, I don't know what it was. And it was like someone couldn't decide between a dress, and I was just like, what am I doing with my life right now? If these are the conversations that the people around me want to have, I'm not doing something that's feeding my soul. And people, whenever they meet me, they're like, they ask about my age. And when I tell them my age, they're just like, how are you like in your early 20s? And I'm just, it's like I can't just sit there and tell you like everything I've gone through in my life, but when you've had to grow up super fast, like you're just not a normal kid. You're seeking answers, you're seeking help, you're seeking healing, you're curious about life, you're curious as to why life does certain things, and it just opens up your perspective so much more. And I've always said that the people with the most pain, those are the people that are pretty damn awesome. I gotta tell you. They're real, you know? They're real. Those kinds of people are real. And she's a real person. I'm gonna leave her channel in my description box as well, because I actually found a lot of help in her videos, believe it or not. And I was just telling you guys how are you back in here? Such a little jerk. I was just telling you guys how like I haven't been able to find a channel like that, and I think that was the universe going, oh yeah, there's channels out there like that. and I was able to find hers, and I adore her. I adore her message. I adore her realness. I adore her attitude. I adore her boldness. I adore it. Like, that's super amazing. It's great coming across things like that. It's great seeing real people in the world. I absolutely love that. And I love the internet for that. Like, I was so grateful I wasn't watching like some try on with me and someone, you know, going out to eat. I was like watching someone like pour their heart out on a camera and not care and just do it for the better cause of the rest of the world, for them to see like some of the real stuff that goes on, not like all that fake nonsense that gets us through life. I don't know, life is weird, man. It's crazy how much like life continuously changes. Have you guys ever watched smoke in the air, like an incense burning, and just watching all the patterns it makes? It's like that's what life does to us every day. Like, we are all just that smoke, just exchanging energy, going around, twisting and turning, going upside down, going upright, going left to right. Like, we're just flowing, and you just gotta flow with it. Every day brings something different. And as I just said that, a hawk just like soared by. I'm just also a lot more confident in just making these talking videos. I don't know why. Sometimes I get a little stuck in thinking that you guys don't want to see that and you guys want to see like something action or like a cute vlog. But at the same time, like, I feel like hearing someone else's perspective and then getting feedback on other people's perspective, like, that is more motivating to me than anything else, you know? Like, that to me is connections happening. That to me is realness, you know? Life is crazy. I'm reading this other book right now after I just got done with Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's the date. It's the 20th, so I have about a week and a day left to finish my third book of the month, which will be very easy. And I picked up this book, and don't get me wrong, I do not have anger problems. I really don't. But I'm intrigued by angry people. I grew up with a very angry stepfather that was very verbally and physically abusive. And every time he was verbally abusive, I would just kind of observe what he was doing and what were the next steps of what he was doing. And as a kid, I really learned early on that you attract more mischief when you are mischief. And whenever he'd get super, super angry, it's almost as if I could just predict that everything that was going to follow was going to be negative and bad and just disturbing to him, because he was attracting it. And I'd always just sit there and be like, dude, like, you're attracting it. If you just took a step back, took a few deep breaths, regrouped, and went back, like, everything would start unfolding a lot more easier for you. But I couldn't tell him that. He was this evil prick that, like, didn't care what anyone had to say. And he just really, he never fascinated me, but I just would look at him and be like, why do you make life so hard for yourself? Like, why do you do this to yourself? Because you're only doing this to yourself when you're angry. And especially when you're negative. I also had this friend that was always, always negative. And I'd be like, okay, but you're attracting more negativity by being this negative. But, like, you can't say that to these people because they just didn't get it. And I don't know. Like, you're attracting it. That's some things in your subconscious mind. I understand how you're not attracting that because you're just like, I don't even think this way though. But why is this happening? That's your subconscious mind. Anyway, So, after him being out of my life, I just still had this fascination with angry people. Then I started getting fascinated by angry people because I was like, okay, he's obviously not the only angry person, but like, what are these angry people really like all about deep down inside? So, as I was in like the psychology section of the bookstore, I saw this book, Never Get Angry Again, and basically it intrigued me because this author wrote a book called Get Anyone to Do Anything and Never Be Lied to Again. So basically this book isn't meant for people that have anger issues. It's more so about people that want an understanding of the psychology behind people and solutions to have when you are around angry people. So it's mainly for people that aren't angry, but also if you are angry, it's a great read, but it's also to understand angry people. And I love psychology, you guys know this. I love understanding the brain, human patterns. Like, I love reading people. I'm such a people watcher. Like, normally 9 out of 10 times when people bring me to introduce people, or when people want to know about someone, they'll come to me, like asking me like what I see or like the solution I have for it, because I'm really good with people. I don't think I've really ever told you guys. That's cool that I'm telling you guys this right now. So I am like a very good people reader. I can almost tell exactly how a person is and like the things they're gonna do to themselves just by like a few conversations. I look at body language, I look at how they describe things, I look at like the little things they say, and I just have a really good people meter. So, and I'm only saying that because I have done like a bunch of research on people and I just am really intrigued by all that kind of stuff. So this book is actually taking me on a whole other ride than I anticipated, and I'm just so fascinated by angry people because honestly, they don't want to be angry, but what they do makes them angry, and then what they continue to do makes them angry. So let's say they just like start off normal in the morning. It's completely normal. They're zen, they're calm, they're perfect. Just one little thing goes wrong and it like makes them angry. People don't know normally how to express other emotions, so it comes off as angry, but maybe it could be frustrated, sadness, depressed, confused, but they charge it into the angry matter, and then it attracts more things to go wrong, which makes them more angry, then more angry, then more angry, and pretty soon you're in a cycle of 10 years of just being angry, and you're like, how do I get out of this? Okay, well, my camera just died, so I'm going to record the rest of this video on my phone because I really hate when it happens, because then I just forget to record an outro, and then, you know, I'm sorry again about my hair. This video is probably going to have some crazy hair, but it's a really windy day at the ranch. That's also why I'm in the tack room. Don't know if you guys noticed that or anything, but So yeah, I'm just super fascinated with this book right now, because not only is it giving you tools on angry people and like how to deal with angry people, but it's giving you the mindset of them. And I feel like when you have the mindset of certain personalities, you're able to take yourself out of the equation every time you're in a situation like that. So I know a lot of people that either live with families, or they have friends, or they have significant others, or they have bosses or coworkers that they just don't understand their personality, and they take everything that they do personally, and that's you making your ego involved. So this book really teaches you how to take your ego out of these kind of situations and observe the people rather than to put yourself in the situation. So I'm really, really intrigued by this book, honestly, and I highly, highly, highly recommend it if you are interested in people like I am. I'm fascinated by people. I'm fascinated by the patterns they put themselves in. I'm fascinated with their habits. I'm just, yeah. If that camera died, I probably talked for a good 25 minutes. So I probably already talked to you guys for quite some time. I tend to always do that. But I just wanted to give you guys a little piece of my mind. And on this channel, maybe 4 years down the line, I'll have videos like Ralph Smart and Teal Swan where like they name off the things to do to make your life a certain way or to like help your life. That's not what this channel is about. This channel is about my journey and what I'm discovering in this journey that will help maybe you guys see something in your own journey and help you, I don't know. It's just, I'm not sitting here trying to tell you guys what to do to make yourself or your life better. I'm not saying I have the answers. I am just taking you guys along with me taking my life from the darkness and making it a light life and a whole life. And I just always want to re-say that because I just don't ever want anyone to click on these channels and to feel like I'm like, hey, this is how you do life. I have all the answers. I'm perfect. I'm this and that. Because that's not what my channel is at all. It is literally me observing that my life and the patterns that were in my life, what I was doing with my life was completely wrong, and me hitting that reset button at the age of 22. And just to kind of see where my life takes me. And I just really wanted to document this part of my life because I've said it before and I'll say it again. When you're 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, all those ages, you just can't wait to be 20. You just can't wait to have your independence. You just can't wait to go out in this thing called life. You just can't wait to get a taste of it. And I just feel like there's no real warning on what you endeavor and what places you go in your mind. There's no warning signs. I don't know one teacher that said, okay, so when you get to the age 20, 21, 22, 23, be prepared for a really intense roller coaster and all the confusion and all the life experiences. Like, there's no warning. And then you just always feel like you're fucking up or something, and you're not. You're just trying on shoes of life, and some of the shoes are really freaking comfortable and amazing, and other shoes are terrible and too tight and too small and just not your style. And you just have to keep trying on all the shoes until you literally find that shoe that you know is your shoe. And I'm just, oh, my coffee. And I just want to be known that it's okay not to be okay. And it's okay to start over. It's okay to rethink your dreams. It's okay to chase after more than you think you deserve. It's okay. Everything is okay. Every decision you make is okay. And literally, I think that is the hardest part about this journey, is you have a whole different mindset than the world's now, because there's a lot of people that don't think it is. They don't. They think that you need to do everything I just stated and be comfortable and have a plan and just survive. Like, people are so stuck in just all about like survival mode. All of us are just in survival mode. I'm not in survival mode anymore. I'm completely fine. I know the universe takes care of everyone if they just allow it and surrender it. But if you sit there and try to dictate everything, and if you sit there and you have like no trust in the universe, then chances are you're gonna be in this rat race, stuck. But if you just take the time, figure yourself out, figure out life, continue to ask questions, there's magic out there. And that's why I say keep asking questions. Another thing this Sara K channel did that I freaking loved, and I'm not going to copy it because it's hers and it's golden, but in her little descriptions, like, send me the answers, send me books to the universe, or send me the answers of life through the universe in books. I don't know, something like that. Or like just send me books, and like that's when I knew this was my homegirl. This was someone that I could literally click with easily. And it's like when you are more fascinated into books, that's when you know. And I've just always been fascinated in books, just you get lost. And I'm back in my like little reading zen, and like I said, when you find one answer, there's a million more to follow after. It's just nonstop. And I'm never gonna stop asking questions. Never. So that's that for this video today. I just literally wanted to empty the stuff of my brain onto this little video, so one day I can either watch it and be like, damn girl, or I could be like, you don't even know what you're talking about yet. Either way, I just like to document this kind of progress, because again, this is like a little journey diary. I have gone up 8 pounds, you guys. I have 8 days to either gain 2 more pounds or 7 more pounds. I don't know. I'm gonna try to go for everything. I'm like literally eating everything imaginable, because just eating healthy, trying to gain weight is not doing it for me. But I have about 8 days left, and then you guys are gonna start seeing some more fitness videos along with these videos. So be prepared. I'll see you all in my next video. Peace out, Girl Scouts. Go ask some questions. Go find the answers and then ask some more. Only advice I have today.